Well, hello. Since the last time we had this little chat, things have moved on. Not very excitingly moved on, but moved on in as much as we have most of the 100mm insulation in its rightful place. As you can see, even down in a little cubby hole there. Gosh, some of those corners were interesting. A few bits to finish, but mostly done. A couple of little bits in the low corners and the really tricky bits above the rafters. But this does mean we're making progress. A lot was slowed down because of well, Christmas, and then child not being at school meant getting up into the attic not quite as easy as it should have been. But now we're moving on with finishing those last little bits off, and then this long roll insulation is coming, and is the battening and a few bits of structural wood. So happy days. Sunny day, sunny day, sunny day, sunny day. Day the wood and the rolled insulation arrives. Pissio, 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 pissio. Bastards.
Started off with ladies first, in honour of a great series again.
One. And into the corner. Kind of got the technique now. Two. So, having distracted me with something a little bit more fun, the big rollout stuff, which is now down both sides, underneath, which is good. I've got no excuse but to tackle up there now, and all the little bits of PIR again, which is what I've been doing for the last couple of hours. It's no fun, but it's got to be done. And when I'm finished, I'll have a nice warm house. The time has come. I can't put it off any longer. I've got to start putting some internal walls up. I've been putting it off and putting it off because it means making decisions. Hate making decisions, but now I'm going to have to do it. Because whilst at the wife's end, with the exposed beams, means I've got things to screw into, and I don't have to worry about it. At my end, the office end, I'm going to have a conventional ceiling, but it does mean that at this point here, I'm going to have to put some walls up, because up there, I'll end up putting insulation up, and then having to take it down again to screw bits of wood together. So, having talked to the stair experts and got the measurements done properly, I know that it is 2,980mm from the front face of the trimmer to the face of the wall over there. So, come along. I have marked that point. It is marked in. Now what I'm going to do is put a nice block up against it, get my nice floor square, stick it across the gap, mark it on the other side, and that'll give me my point where my first two uprights are going. There's one up right in. Relatively straightforward, as it had that handy rafter to screw into. Alright, it's not a complete frame yet, it's just sort of screwed in at the bottom and one screw holding it at the top, but it's my starting point. Now I have to do the same on the other side, and that's the second one in. So, a little bit more tricky at the top, a little bit of joinery required there, but job's a good one. Now, according to ye olde building regulations, from the top of the step, the landing must be at least the width of the stairs. Stairs are 800, so the landing's got to be at least that. So that's my next port of call, measuring that out. Now, perhaps this might be a good time to explain the intro to this video. You see, there has been discussion between the good lady and myself as to whether we should have a cloakroom upstairs, and it was always a decision on, well, can we fit it in? It might fit, it might not, it might fit, it might not. Did a bit of measuring, yes, it will fit, just. But to get it just right, of course, there are certain things to take into consideration. One of which being, a gentleman tends to stand for when he's having a pee. Result being that the toilet can't be too far in under the eaves here. It's got to be far enough out so at least someone of my height, just shy of 6 foot, can have a pee without banging their head on the ceiling. So, in order to make sure, I've got to find a space. That's about the position I need to be at here, without banging my head. That's pretty good. So the toilet needs to be about there, which means the wall needs to be about there. It's all very tight. So after a bit of jiggery pokery, measuring and remeasuring and trying again and getting things square and remeasuring, I've come to the final solution. We have our uprights where the top of the stairs will be. That gives me my starting point. And if we look across, we'll see, whoa, filthy lens. We'll see we've got our cross piece there, and the bottom bits of wood where the toilet will be, and where the toilet door is. And I've just got to put some more woods in. I don't want to put too much in, obviously, because it gets in the way. But that's all the wood in place now to let me to build on, so I can finish that insulation at the office end, which is tomorrow's job. Hallelujah. Well, got large chunks of the insulation up and done the bit above the office. That's nicely done. And a bit, so basically it's all sealed. We have an insulated room with all the 100mm stuff, and sort of a third of an insulated room, but the apex sealed with the foil stuff, and it seems to be working. Good morning again, everyone. What we've got today is lots of boring stuff, I'm afraid. What I have done this morning so far is this. I have put my little straightener pieces, because that's basically where the plasterboard is coming up. It goes straight, and that's where it comes down to meet the roof. All very good and well, got to be done. But it just means cutting lots and lots and lots and lots of those. That's my little experimental one, and it seems to work. So lots more of those, because I've got to go all the way around. and all the way around. So, plenty to do, never get bored. But as most of it is just repeat to fade of what you've seen already, I think I will make that the end point of this particular video and just go and get on with it. And when I come back to you next time, all the installation should be done and I should be starting on something a bit more exciting, like plasterboard, wiring, plumbing, plumbing. So for now, tiddly bye, see you next time.